Yeah. Yeah. Huh. It's on the mic, yeah. Go in the zone, breaking down plays like I'm coaching from home. Women's game, rising, call it throne for the queens. I'm the conduit, connecting courts with big screens. iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defender, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past to the rookies today, I document the journey, every bounce, every play. Respect on their name, they redefine the trail. Prince with Zomedia, telling stories regale. Zomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. Break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the...
What's good? What's good? What's good? Man, back with another one. This is iamzomedia with another episode of What Are We Doing? I'm your host, Prince, man. As you come in, hit that like button. Hit that like button as you come in. Hit that like button. Let's go, man. Hey, it's Monday morning. Had a good football weekend, man. A lot to talk about in the wnba world. Man, what's going on? Let's go, man. Hit that like button as you come in. Let's go. Let's go.
That women's basketball, we do this. Check me out.
What's going on, B. Will? Hey, my bad for being late, man. What's going on out there? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? What's going on?
Check me out. Check me out.
Let's go.
Check me out.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm back. You know, we were chilling this weekend. I'm back in the building, though, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. What's going on, SC13? What's going on, man? Let's go out there, man. Hope everybody having a great Monday morning, man. Hope everybody having a great Monday morning. Hope everybody having a great Monday morning.
Press. And we back.
Prince.
Basketball. We do this.
We back, baby. And we back, baby. Let's go, man. Let's get in here, man. Y'all second to get on in here, man. Y'all second to get on in here.
Check me out, yeah. Press, I see you.
Let's go. Let's go. Look, you got a morning DJ. Let's go.
Press, I see you. I need that. I need that. Yeah. I need that. I need that. I need that. Let's get it.
You are now listening to the iamzomedia channel.
I need that. All that. I need that.
Let's go.
I need that. All that.
Let's go. Pull up on in here, man. That like button as you come in, man.
I need that.
That like button as you come in, man.
I need that. All that. I need that. 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 It's a killer instinct. When I blink, death follows. Never think I can do it. When I do it like the best. And if the best did it, then you gotta follow in the steps. Take a step to the left. Now it's off with your head. And I never miss a target. Got a laser in my head. Got the demon in my eyes. Yeah. iamzomedia. You know what?
iamzomedia. Let's go.
And we back.
I'm finished.
Breaking down women's basketball. We do this.
Yeah, baby.
Check me out.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Hit that like button as you come in, man. We wilding out, man. We wilding out this month, man. If you know what it works, man, give y'all some food to listen to, man. We wilding out this month. Don't come back, man. What's going on, MJ, man? Hit the like button as y'all come in. Don't be sticky on the like button, man. We got a lot, man. The
Rap
like
album
button.
is basketball. We do this. Check me out. Rap album is basketball. We do this. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out. Check me out.
Check me out. Let's go. Let's go. That's why I'm the best in the business, man. That's why I'm the best in the business. Let's go, man. What's going on? What's going on, man? Hit that like button as you come in, man. Hit that like button as you come in, man. Hit that like button as you. Hey, one more time for the people in the back, man.
Okay, Prince, I see it. Check me out. Yeah, Prince, I see it. Yeah, Prince, I see it. Yeah, Prince, I see it. Okay, Prince, I see it. I need that. I need that. Yeah. I need that. I need that. I need that. Let's get it.
You are now listening to the I Am So Media channel.
I need that. All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. I need that.
Let's go,
All
baby.
that. I
Let's
need
go,
that.
baby. Let's go, baby. Another great morning, man. Another great morning, man.
All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. It's a killer instinct. When I blink, death follows. Never think I can do it. When I do it like the best. And if the best did it, then you gotta follow in the steps. Take a step to the left. Never soft with your head. And I never miss a target. Got a laser in my head. Got the demon in my eyes. Yeah, the predator is live. Take a step into the dark. Watch you come out dead. When I break them down, watch the process. If you ain't ready, then get back. You should not test. Just step, be ready for the mamba. And if you're ready, step into the darkness. When I break them down, watch the process. If you ain't ready, then get back. You should not test. Just step, be ready for the mamba.
Enough of that, man. Enough of that, man. Again, welcome into iamzomedia. I'm your host, Prince, man. I just wanted to give y'all a few seconds to wake up in the morning, man. Sometimes y'all still a little sleep, man. But hey, we got some great topics to get to. Again, I don't like to keep y'all super long on these topics. You already know what it is. We'll probably be wrapped up by 12 p.m. So y'all can go get y'all lunch. Go ahead over there, get y'all salad for lunch, man. Hey, leave that red meat alone, man. It's bad for your abs. Leave that red meat alone, man. Leave that red meat alone, man. Hey, man, what's good, man? Hey, look, I told y'all we just gonna. Hey, the show gonna just keep elevating. We might got a special guest today for one of the topics, so make sure y'all stay locked in for the end. We got one of the possible Star Hoop Central cast members popping up, so be ready for the last topic. It's gonna be a great show, man. We got a lot to get to, man. Hey, look, we bring immaculate vibes over here, Cozy. We bring immaculate vibes over here, man. Shout out to STB Will, everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to all of y'all. I do this for y'all, man. This is another episode of What Are We Doing? Let's go, man. Again, we got 3 big major topics to get to, a lot to discuss. And again, we'll probably be wrapped up in probably like by 12 p.m. I'll get y'all up out of here, man. Again, you already know my slogan. Watch the play and not the player. But let's get to this. Let's get to this first topic, man. Let's dive into this. Because again, it was a jam-packed week in women's basketball. Again, Star Hoop Central starts at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. No pun intended. Star Hoop Central start at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure if you're not subscribed to Star Hoop Central, you make sure you go over there and pull up for that as well. We got some spicy convos going on today. Even bigger topics than these, of course. But we got the crew, HD, Showtime, Key. We gonna dive into all those things. So set your alarm clocks, set your timers. Tell your wife, tell your husband. Today is Star Hoop Central Day, 5 p.m. Jam-packed show. Make sure you pull up. But without further ado, let's get to the first topic, man. Now, I thought my eyes was lying to me. I thought my eyes was lying to me when I was at the end of the game, right? I'm watching the game. At the end of the game, right? I get to Twitter. I go to Twitter. I go to Twitter. I be on Twitter. Every now and then. I don't post a lot. I'm not really like a big social media person. I don't post a lot. But I go to Twitter. I check on things, man. Look, man, I know Asia did not just have a 30-20 game. I know the second best player didn't just have a 30-20 game. Look, I know the second best player in the league did not have a 20-30 game. Please don't. You know what? Y'all got to.
And if you're ready, step into the darkness. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that. I need that. All that. I need that.
I know. Look, I know the second best player in the world did not just have a. I know she just not just have a 30-20 game. Now, I remember I told y'all a couple streams ago. Asia's judged on a different spectrum. Look, I've been on this island by myself for the last 2 years. There's no women in WNBA history that can touch Ajawilson when she's on her A game. I will say that again for the people in the back. There is no one in WNBA history who can touch Ajawilson when she actually feels like balling. No one, no woman on earth. Forget the WNBA. No woman on earth, on the planet Earth. For those of you out there who feel it's round, for those of you out there that feel the earth is flat, no one humanly possible in the women's spectrum, the female anatomy, the Y chromosomes, can touch Asia GOAT status Wilson. Look, man, I keep telling y'all, it's levels to basketball. I keep telling y'all, it's levels to GOAT status. See, a lot of people think when I talk, let me tell y'all why I butt heads with a lot of people. If you ain't see my last community post, go check it out. This is why I butt heads with a lot of people. And over time, even my subscribers have come to understand I'm not hating. I just talk basketball. See, a lot of basketball fans on YouTube, they get caught up in the narratives. I don't talk narratives. I don't do fanfare. I don't give praise without criticism if it's warranted. And I don't give criticism without praise if it's warranted. See, if you've been around my channel, I'm going on a year. I'll be a year in a couple months. I don't do fanfare. I don't. And I think a lot of people hear my takes, hear what I got to say, and they equate it. What's going on, Fulan? What's going on, my dude? Make sure y'all go over there to Fulan Talk Sports, man. Good dude. Hey, Shador got your Eagles Saturday, Fulan. I'm gonna be locked in. Shador got your Eagles Saturday. I'm gonna be locked in. But see, I don't do narratives, and a lot of people, when they hear my takes, they automatically switch on their argumentative narrative hat. I don't do. If you've been around me, you know I don't do narratives. First of all, I'm not your normal YouTuber. I don't do fanfare. I'm an athlete. And I'm well off, like literal. No pun intended to well off media. I'm well off, literally well off. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of these athletes that played overseas and signed a $500,000 contract. If I got to sign a $500,000 contract, I'm going home. I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back that might have went over your head. If I got to sign a $500,000 contract, a $500,000 contract, I'm going home. Look, man. Look. There's no one that can do what Ajawilson can do on the basketball court. The validity she plays with, the quickness, the ferociousness sometimes, the athleticism, the length. She's 6'4", 6'5", can move like a 2-guard, can jump like a 3, can guard like a 3, can rim protect like a 5, can assist when she actually wants to, and they making shots. Look, if you've been watching Ajawilson all year long, I'm about to tell y'all something, and watch y'all start paying attention to this. If you've been watching Ajawilson all year long, Ajawilson should have more assists per game than she has. And she's okay with her assists this year, but the Las Vegas Aces miss a lot of shots. I'm talking open shots. The last thing teams want to see is Las Vegas start making shots off of Asia passes. Like, I'm watching a game in the last game, and Asia should have had 9 assists, maybe 10. Like, they just missing layups, missing shots, turning the ball over. Like, you open, why you gotta dribble again and turn the ball over? If she kicks it out to you, shoot the basketball. She's under the this is what a lot of players. This is what a lot of players in professional sports. I don't understand. You get paid to do certain things. See, when I see players don't do certain things, I always say, I always say, if you get paid to do certain things and you don't do it, you're incompetent of your job. And your job should be up for questioning and up for the taking. Your job is on the line according to what you get paid to do and how you do it. So my question is, when you get paid to just catch and shoot, not catch and dribble and make another play, not catch and dribble and try to be Allen Iverson, you get paid to catch and shoot. Do your job. I just wanted to get that out there, man. Do your job, man. Look, but look, and we're going to get into the standings later on today on Star Hoop Central. So I don't want to get too far into the standings. That's a topic we'll have later today on Star Hoop Central. So make sure y'all stay locked in, set your timers, set your alarms, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're gonna get into the standings a little bit and see how everything's going to shake out. But Asia has been the one consistent thing on the Aces. She has been the one consistent thing on the Aces. And again, even the MVP conversation, we'll get into that a little later today as well. So I don't want to get too far into that. But I know this. All I know is this. This is all I'm going to say on that topic. All I know is this. Everybody out there who's listening, somebody better come back soon. We're gonna have to have a different so I ain't gonna say this ain't conjecture. This ain't opinion. This is fact. Somebody better come back soon, or we're gonna start to have a different conversation. That's all I'm gonna leave it right there. All I know is somebody better be putting some Bengay on their ankle. They better be wrapping it up. They better be at the masseuse this morning. They better be in the cold tub. They should have been in the cold tub last night after that performance. They should have been in the cold tub last night. Because if they don't come back soon, we gotta start having we gotta have a different conversation. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get into it later at 5 p.m. on Star Hoop Central. But that's all I got. Hey, all I better put some Bengay on that. Better wrap it up, like those Cleveland Browns quarterbacks after what Shador did on Friday. Hey, some of y'all, better get back on that court. You better get back on that court. You better get back on that court, because it gonna get dangerous for you. You better get back on that court, little mama. You better get back out there. You better get back out there, Miss 6'1". You better get back out there again. But that's here, not there, man. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. You heal up. You get better. Get back out there when you need to. But just know in the meantime, A1 gonna hold it down, man. Just know in the meantime, A1 gonna hold it down. The fake. See, this is what we can't do. This is what we can't do. As a fan, at the fan, you can say whoever is the face of the league. As a fan, you can say whoever is the face of the league. But when we having a basketball conversation, when we having a strictly basketball, not narrative, not fanfare conversation, when we are having a basketball conversation, Ajawilson has always been the face of the league. See, I don't let other people dictate how I think. If we're going to talk real basketball, we leave fanfare out of it. We leave narratives out of it. We leave off the court stuff out of it, even though off the court stuff comes into it. But she's great off the court as well. The only one who sells out their sneaker every year, right? She sells out stadiums. The Aces Stadium stays sold out. The Aces Stadium stays sold out. She sells out stadium. Great social media following. What are we talking about here? Commercials, big commercial. What are we talking about here? She's a clutch sports athlete. She's a clutch sports athlete, which is arguably the most popular sports agency in the country. She's a clutch sports athlete. Signature shoe sold out in the first 30 minutes. Jersey sells out. Stadium sells out. High equity player, man. What are we talking about? See, what we can't do is we gotta look, man. A lot of people put their foots in their mouths when they go with narratives in your fanfare. If you got a channel and you do fanfare, you will put your foot in your mouth 80% of the time because you're approaching it from a fanfare perspective. And when you do that, you don't think logically. You don't think logically. Ajawilson has always been the face of the WNBA. Ajawilson has always been the face of the WNBA. Always been the face of the WNBA. Always. I didn't know face of the WNBA was a popularity contest. I did not know that. Nobody told me that. Nobody told me the face of the WNBA is a popularity contest. I thought the face of the WNBA was a person who's got over the hump multiple times, who's an MVP multiple times, a defensive player of the year multiple times, on trajectory to be the all-time leading scorer and all-time leading rebounder, in top 5 in blocks, in steals. I thought the face of the league should have winning intangibles attached to it. See, I didn't know that the face of the league was a Twitter and Instagram popularity contest. See, that's what's wrong with this. What generation this is? Generation Z. They won't trump everything up to social media. Man, you gotta look. You can't bring your fans on the basketball court. See, that's the point that a lot of people are missing here. When you got to guard Ajawilson, you can't bring your Twitter followers and your Instagram followers on the basketball court. You can't quadruple team Ajawilson on the basketball court. See, I'm confused. Everybody who bought your ticket can't guard Ajawilson on the basketball court. They can cheer from the stands. See, this is what we can't. Look, man, I like the young players. I like last year's class. I like this year's class, but they're not the face of the WNBA. They're the face of a player you like. They're not the face of the WNBA. Are we crazy? Are we crazy? We are saying people are the face of the NBA while the GOAT arguably is going to go down as the GOAT is still in the league. No other league does that. What are we doing here? Again, if you do fanfare, you're going to put your foot in your mouth 80% of the time. That's why if y'all notice, Some people might say, Prince always think he know everything. Prince think he always right. No, it just seems like that to you because you approach basketball from a fanfare standpoint and narratives. I don't do narratives. I don't do narratives. The Aces is my team. And Brass and B will tell you, I've covered games with them. People on Star Hoop Central will tell you, I've been critical of Becky. I've been critical of Asia's voice in the locker room. I've been critical of the Aces play all season. I've been critical of Asia, waiting for Jewel Lloyd at the beginning of the season to integrate her. I've been critical because guess what? I don't do narratives. I don't do fanfare. Just because I'm critical of Ajawilson don't mean she's not the best player in the league. Don't mean she's not the face of the league. Don't mean I don't like her. I don't do fanfare. Because to me, that's fanfare is a barbershop talk. But when you get on these, when you put this, when you turn your YouTube on, you turn your mic volume up, you sit down, you start your StreamYard or your OBS, whatever you use, your reverb, whatever you use to stream off of. Whether it's straight from YouTube, you do the verticals. You can't do fanfare because there's people out there listening that want to learn basketball, and we can't, when we want to fit arguments, switch topics. The face of any league has never been about popularity. It's never been about Twitter followers. It's never been about Instagram followers. It's been about, can you produce when the lights are the brightest? Can you produce when the lights are the brightest? See, let me tell you something. I don't even blame the new generation of WNBA fans for this face of the league conversation. Guess who I blame? I blame the old WNBA fans for not checking them at the door. I blame fans who's been around, you are solely responsible for allowing people to push those narratives. Because at the end of the day, face of the league is productivity. Face of the league is about what you do when that referee steps into that center circle, toss the ball in the air, and your team looks at you, and the other team looks at you and say, damn. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back because that might have went over your head. It's always been about when that ball goes in the air and you look at your team and you look at the other team across the court and you see who's standing in that center circle and you say, damn, here we go. Let's see what goes on today. Let's see what goes on today. But shout out to A1, man. A great game yesterday. Again, make sure you tune into everything Star Hoop Central got going on. Again, we're gonna have a jam-packed show for y'all today. But man, let's get to the next topic, man. Because I'm watching this game, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm watching this game, Mercury versus Dream. I'm watching this game, and I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest.
I need that, all that, I need that. I need that, all that, I need that. I need that, all that, I need.
I need that. Hey, what I seen yesterday from those two teams, I need that. I need that playoff matchup. I need that. I need that playoff matchup. What I seen, what I seen, I need that playoff matchup. I need that 4 or 5 seed matchup. I need that. I need that. I need that. I need that 4-5 matchup. And the only way that happens is if the Aces and the Liberty do their job. I need the Aces and the Liberty to do their job because I need that matchup in the playoffs. I've seen two gunslinging teams. Now, see, me and Showtime had this conversation offline about Atlanta and Mercury or whatever like that. And we talked about the AT factor with Phoenix, but I always said you can be the best player on a team, but you play to your team's strengths. So AT can be a top 3 player in the league, but AT is only going to be as good as the strengths of her team. Phoenix is a jump shooting team. Atlanta is a jump shooting team. The problem with jump shooting teams is when you get up in them, they turn the ball over because they're not used to shoot. They're not used to faking a shot, putting the ball on the floor, and getting by defenders. They're used to catch and shoot. There's 2 things watching that game I realized yesterday. Watching that game yesterday, there's 2 things I realized. One, I'm about to shock y'all with the first thing I realized about Atlanta. See, when you look at teams, right, and you say, how can I beat this team? You start looking at coaching staff, you start looking at what a team does. You start looking at certain things. And when I look at Atlanta, I got to thinking, y'all, hey, that's why y'all come here. Y'all might learn something today. I got to thinking, right? And I said, I'm about to shock y'all. I'm really about to shock y'all. Sit back, write this down. Remember, I said this before the playoffs start. Atlanta Dream, and I've been feeling like this for a little bit. Atlanta Dream is Naz Hillman a bust. I'm watching them, right? Like Atlanta Dream to do anything in the playoffs, they need Naz Hillman to show up. Because BG, good solid player, had a good career. She just don't do it for me though. I think yesterday she only had like 2 points. Like she just don't do it for me though. Because Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard and Jordan Canada to me didn't have a good game yesterday. Jordan Canada did not have a good game yesterday. Alicia Gray, her game was okay. I mean, Alicia Gray problem is she gets a little too trigger happy from the 3-point line. I think yesterday she only hit like 1 3. She was like 1 for 6. Ryan Howard, same thing. She gets Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard will shoot you into a game or shoot you out of a game. Like, I think combined, they were like 1. I think Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard yesterday combined was like a 1 for 11 or something like that. 1 for 11, 1 for 12. I don't remember what it was. I know Ryan Howard missed all her threes and Alicia Gray only made 1. But I'm watching the game, and guess who showed up? Nice Hillman. Nice Hillman hit 3 threes yesterday. Hit 3 threes. Hit 3 of them things. And grabbed 13 big boys. See, what I'm telling y'all, Atlanta season is going to come down to, can Nice Hillman show up in the playoffs? That's going to be Atlanta season. Look, Alicia Gray, Jordan Canada, whoever else, they going to beat them. Their season is going to come down to, can Nice Hillman show up in the playoffs? Right, Brad? Cleveland finest. Like, her game is so underrated. I've been a Nice Hillman fan for a minute. Her game is so underrated. Again, remember, y'all, during the off season, and a lot of people were on my head about this. Remember, people in the chat, remember what I said in the off season. If I was Chicago Sky, I would go get Nice Hillman. And people was like, but if I'm Chicago Sky, I'm going to get Nice Hillman. If I was the Las Vegas Aces, I'm going to get Nice Hillman. Nice Hillman is going to be Atlanta X Factor. Now let me get to Phoenix, man. See, this is what I don't like about Phoenix. This is what I don't like about Phoenix, y'all. Phoenix doesn't get easy baskets. Like, I'm watching Phoenix play, and I'm like, why every possession gotta be so hard? See, I'm watching and I'm like, why every possession gotta be so hard for Phoenix? I'm actually interested to see how many open shots Phoenix gets per game, like compared to the rest of the league. I'm like, why is your offense so hard? And shout out to Nate Tibbins, but he needs to figure out easier ways for his team. Like, I don't know, maybe it's a side 2 thing, or maybe it's a Nate Tibbins thing, but side 2 can get way easier baskets if she plays a little more closer to the rim sometimes. Like, side 2 plays on the perimeter a little too much for me. Like, side 2, use the elbow, use the nail, use the short corner. Like, side 2 plays on the perimeter a little too much for my liking. And sometimes it hinders her team because everything has to be hard, because side 2 is supposed, see, when you look at a team, you got to look at a team from a standpoint of, how can we get easy shots? Side 2 is supposedly the unicorn. Get your team easy shots. Everything don't got to be a 30-footer. Side 2, use back to the basket. You got Jordan Canada on you, and you out here shooting threes. You got Jordan Canada on you, and you standing in the corner away from the play. You got Alicia Gray on you, and you over there on the opposite wing, not even looking at the basketball. You're just standing there. You're not even moving. Look, man, I get you can shoot, side 2. I get it. Look, I get it. That's why you're the unicorn, because you can knock down a shot. But you got to be able to add more inside game to your skill set. You're 6'4", 6'5". Like, Make a layup. It's okay. It's still gonna be a basket, Satu. You still gonna get a point in the stat sheet if you go make a layup. Cut to the rim. AT is a great entry passer. I watched her do it for an entire year with Breon Jones and DeWanna Bonner. Great entry passer. Give AT better looks off the ball. Just because you're not involved in the initial. See, I have this conversation all the time with basketball players. When I go back home, I go tutor players and stuff like that. I have this conversation all the time. Just because you're not involved in the play, don't mean you can't be part of the play. See, what happens is when a coach is drawing up a play, there's only so many people that can touch a ball specific to what the coach wants to do. So let's say the coach wants to get the ball inside. You're not your initiator, but your off guard will bring the ball down court, hand it off to your initiator so they can get into the offense. Your initiator might get a screen set for them. First look is inside. Second look might be opposite wing. The person in the corner. Let me tell you something, which was Satu a lot yesterday. Satu, once AT gets the screen, just because Nate Tippett's on the dry erase board didn't say, Satu, this is what you do, and he said, Satu, this is your side of the court, this is where you start at, don't mean that's where you end at. See, just because a coach say this is where you start and don't give you an ending when he's drawing up the play, because your ending just isn't that important as the play the coach is trying to demonstrate. But as a player, that's when your IQ, experience, and understanding of the game comes into play. Satu, what are you doing when AT is coming off the screen and you see the back door wide open? AT is an exceptional, talented passer. Great entry passer. How about give her another option? It's like football, right? The coach draws up his plays, XYZ turtleneck snag. XYZ turtleneck snag, right? You got your slot receiver. All they doing is running a dig route. But once the quarterback scrambles, when his other two reads are in there, once the quarterback scrambles, just because the coach had you on a dig route, don't mean once the quarterback scrambles, you stand there. No, you give him another throwing window to see. You give him another read or another option to go to. You don't just watch your quarterback scramble. Satu does that a little too much sometimes. She just watched the team scramble. Satu, you're a 6'4". Move. Put your hand in the air. Give AT an area to pass you the ball over the 6-foot defender and just lay the damn ball up. I'm confused on what you think is basketball. You just coming down court shooting a bunch of threes is not basketball, Satu. You gotta be able to get. Phoenix is going to struggle if they don't find a way to get easy baskets. In the playoffs, you got to get easy baskets. And Phoenix has a lot of rookies. So, Kalia Copper, Satu, you got to get better at that. See, Kalia Copper, still struggles playing off the ball. Like, Kalia Copper is no Kelsey Mitchell. Off the ball, she's no Kelsey Mitchell. Kalia Copper is another one, but she's more of a perimeter player, so I ain't gonna harsh on her too much. Again, there's levels to your position. I'm not gonna harsh on Kalia Copper too much because she's a perimeter player, but she has to do a better job getting open as well. But Satu is a perimeter player who can play inside due to her height and size. Satu ain't skinny. Satu is not some Satu isn't Azare Stevens. Satu is not skinny. Satu not Cameron Brink. Satu is the same size as Derica Hamby, but taller. Satu is taller than Derica Hamby, but refuses to post up. I'm actually going to look into that stat. I want to know what Satu's post up rate is, because she refuses to post up. In the playoffs, when coaches are game planning for the pheonixmercury, I guarantee you on a scouting report, it's if you're guarding Satu and she's in the corner, play off of her, because she ain't gonna move. You can go double team you can double team the drive. If Satu is off the ball, you can double team the drive. You got to be better. You got to be better, man. So he said definitely ain't Kelsey Mitchell, best two guard in the game. See, Saheed, we not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. Saheed, we not gonna Saheed. Kelsey Mitchell is balling. We not gonna do that, Saheed. We not Saheed. The best two guard in the league is up there in Las Vegas. See this. Let me tell y'all something, man. What we can't do is this is what we can't do. We can't get on one person for not playing both sides of the ball, but give another person credit for playing both sides of the ball, for not playing both sides of the ball. Look. Jackie Young's rebounding, guarding your best perimeter defender. Because, see, this is what goes under the radar with Jackie Young. Because Ajawilson gets all of the fanfare. I get it. But guess what goes under the radar? And know why it goes under the radar? Is two reasons. Because Aja gets the spotlight. And the second part is, on defense, her name isn't called when you're watching the game. See, a lot of people watch basketball and that's what they do. They do the hear test and they do the stat sheet test. That's what I hear a lot of takes over my years. A lot of people do the hear test and they go to the stat sheet test. That don't tell the full story. This is what I always say about defenders. If you are a guard and you're constantly on my screen in an ISO possession, that's a bad thing. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. If your favorite player is always on the screen in an ISO possession, that's a bad thing. Great defenders don't get challenged every possession. Great defenders aren't put in pick and rolls because they want to get them off the ball. They don't want them in pick and roll so they can guard somebody. So if you're in a pick and roll and you're the person who got to slide over, that should tell you something. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If your favorite player is the person getting brought into the screen, that should tell you something. See, Jackie Young's defense goes unnoticed because by like the casual fans, because I don't think it goes unnoticed by the media. Jackie Young's defense goes unnoticed because you don't always see her on your screen on defense. You know why? Because whoever she's guarding is trying to get off the ball. Whoever she's guarding is trying to get off the basketball. It's levels to it. You got to be able to see beyond what the commentator is saying and what the stat sheet is saying. If you're on defense and the commentator keeps saying your name, that's a bad thing. That means you're involved in too many ISO possessions. Right, Saheed. A lot of people don't realize that about Jackie Young. Jackie Young is a great cornerback. You're not even trying to pass the ball around Jackie Young. Jackie Young plays passing lanes with the best of them. She will deny the basketball with the best of them. See, I'm about to wake y'all eyes up right quick. That's why y'all come here to iamzomedia. Hit the like button. Hey, hit the like button. I don't know how many likes I got, but hit the like button, man. Something about Jackie Young that a lot of people don't pay attention to when they think of the Aces is think about the Aces starting lineup. Nalissa, Ajawilson, Kirsten Bell, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young. Who the hell do y'all think guards the other team best player every night? You think Kirsten Bell, you think Becky Hammond is putting Kirsten Bell on any great player in the league? You think Becky Hammond is putting Chelsea Gray on any great player in the league? Jackie Young, look, this is why Jackie Young should be first team all defense. Other players can run from matchups. Gabby Williams can run from matchups because Skylar Diggins might take Kelsey Mitchell one night, right? Or Caitlin Clark one night, or Paige Beckers one night. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, or Sabrina Ionescu one night, you know, or Caitlin Clark one night. Jackie Young can't run from her matchup. Jackie Young, night in, night out, has to guard the other team's best option. You can't, look around the league. Look at the guard positions. She has Kirsten Bell and Chelsea Gray in the back court with her. She can't run from no matchup. She got to guard Sykes. She got to guard Kelsey. She got to guard Gabby. She got to guard Paige. She got to guard Sabrina. Jackie Young is the only guard in the league. And it's a good thing and a bad thing because y'all able to see what she does every night. But it's a bad thing because Becky Hammond didn't give her no help in the backcourt. Every night, I need y'all to really think about this. Look around the entire league. Look around the league. See, that's why y'all come here. I give y'all more insight. We talk basketball over here. Look, I need y'all to, whoever your favorite team is, look around the league. Look at your favorite team. You can't put Jackie Young in a position where she's not on the best player. But I guarantee you, you look around the league, Seattle, you look around Seattle, and they got Sykes now too. So you look around Seattle, you got Gabby, Skylar, and Sykes. Pick your matchup. Look at Las Vegas. I mean, look at New York Liberty. Natasha, Sabrina, Phoebich. Pick your matchup. Look at, even if we want to talk about the Chicago Sky, you got Ariel Atkins, Kia Nurse, and Rachel Banham, whatever. Tyler Marsh probably says you got her tonight. Look at the Minnesota Lynx. Courtney, Heidemann coming off the bench, McBride, Bridget Carrington. Now you got Dejanay. Pick your matchup, coach decides. You can't look at the Las Vegas Aces and hide Jackie Young on defense. She's the best two guard in the league, and it's not even close. Like, y'all think it's close because y'all look at the stat sheet. See, y'all think it's close because y'all look at the stat sheet. I don't look at the stat sheet. I use the stat sheet as a reference. Y'all look at the stat sheet for y'all talking points. For me, the stat sheet is a reference to what I want to say. For a lot of people, the stat sheet is your talking point. And that's why you can't talk basketball with me. Look, look, man. You put Kelsey Mitchell on the Las Vegas Aces, you would see how bad she is at defense. Look, man. This is not to poo-poo on Kelsey Mitchell, but it's just facts. I've watched multiple games, even games when Kelsey Mitchell was going off. Well, Kelsey Mitchell just stands there and the player drives by her. She don't even contest the shot. See, but y'all don't, nobody wants to call that out though, because she puts up great numbers on the stat sheet. Again, I think Kelsey Mitchell is a top 3 2 guard in the league. Wherever you want to have Sabrina in that conversation, I think Sabrina is a 2 guard, not a point guard. Wherever you want to have Kelsey versus Sabrina, I would take Sabrina over Kelsey, because she's a proven winner. I would take Sabrina over Kelsey. But Kelsey's playing great as well this season. I just would. That's my top 3 2 guards, and for all intents and purposes, Alicia Gray is right there with the best of them. Alicia Gray don't got that it factor like those other 3. Like Kelsey, Jackie, Sabrina got that it factor. Like Chelsea Gray don't got that it factor to me. Like she don't got that we got to play Chelsea Gray tonight it factor. You get what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Like Alicia Gray, she's there in the conversation. She's top 5 2 guard in the league. She just don't got that. And I love Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray is one of my favorite players to watch. Like, she's in my top 10 favorite players to watch in the league. I just love her smooth game. She's likable. She looks like a great teammate. I would want her as a sister. She just looked like a genuine person. But 2 guards, I got her number 4. I got her number 4. I'm trying to think of who would be my number 5. It used to be Enrique up there, but not no more. 5 would be do this. Put in the chat who is your top 5 shooting guards in the league. Put in the chat who is your top 5 shooting guards. I got Alicia Gray, Sabrina, Kelsey Mitchell, Jackie Young. I can't really think of my number 5 right now. Brad said he got Jackie, Kelsey, Alicia, Sabrina, Kayla McBride. I consider Kayla a 3. I don't really consider Kayla a 2. Right, Saheed, you said that. Damn, that's tough. Who am I missing? Oh, Sykes. I keep forgetting about Sykes. I got Sykes in there too. I got Sykes in there. I got Sykes in there. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell. I don't think Kelsey Plum is a top 5 shooting guard. I just don't. I think Sabrina, Kelsey, Jackie Young, Sykes is just better than her. I don't think she's a top 5 guard. She's the top 7. I got her in my top 7. I got Kelsey Plum in my top 7. I just don't got her in my top 5. Because for me, a lot of things goes into that. I like that somebody in the chat just said low IQ. IQ goes into how I judge. So I'll tell y'all how I judge. So moving forward, y'all can understand. See, I want to have this conversation because now y'all can understand why I have certain players in certain places. This is how I judge, and I'm always going to be like this. This is why earlier in the season, I didn't have Ajawilson in the MVP conversation because her team wasn't winning, but they're moving up the standings, right? This is how I judge players and how I want to rank them. I use winning, player impacts. So I'll say that again. Winning. You can write them down if you want to. So when you want to argue me about how I got people ranked, you can just look at how I rank people. I'm very consistent. Shout out to Showtime. Hey, Showtime will tell you. Me and him, they had conversations offline, and I don't switch up. Like I just believe basketball should look, feel, and be judged a certain way. Showtime will tell you offline, I still keep my same energy. I don't switch up. Because look, Showtime will look, and he about to come up in a minute, y'all, for the next topic. Showtime will tell y'all, off record. Showtime will tell y'all when we've had conversations offline about Ajawilson in the MVP conversation, he would have her higher than me sometimes in some of our conversations. Know why? Because I just view the game a certain way. And even though Asia is judged by a certain standard, I don't switch the code on how I look at how players should perform on a night-to-night basis. So at some points in this season, Asia was outside of my top 3 MVP because she wasn't giving me what my criteria and standard is for your MVP. It was the winning plays. She wasn't making the winning plays and her team wasn't winning. So that's how I judge people. Winning criterias, impact plays, signature moments, team impact, skill set, both sides of the court, offense, defense, the little things, the intangibles, the dirty work, guarding the other team's best player, your assignment night to night. What is your assignment night to night? That's why, to me, Jackie Young is the best because she has the most. Look around the league at all the 2 guards. Everybody can hide except her. Kelsey Mitchell can hide because she got Sophie, Eric McDonald when she was there. Now they got Odyssey Sims and they got Luxie Hall. So she's in Natasha Howard. Like, she's able to hide sometimes. And then they had Sydney Colson coming off the bench. Like, she's able to hide. Jackie Young is not able to hide. I'm glad I actually explained that because now I think a lot of people are going to look at Jackie Young a little differently. I think conversations like this help you appreciate players' games a little more. That's why I'm always happy to have these kind of conversations because they help you appreciate other people's game a little more. Because being able to go out there night in and night out, guard the other team's best player, and be able to hold your own, score on the other end, rebound, assist, do the little things, get on the ground for loose balls. Those things matter when you think about players and how you want to judge them in the spectrum. So you gotta think about that. You really gotta think about that. Black Thornton, Maya Moore is my 2-guard GOAT. Maya Moore is my 2-guard GOAT. I got Maya Moore. Maya Moore's in my top 3. Maya Moore is in my top 3. Let's be 100 here. My top 3 is Ajawilson, Cheryl Swoops, and Maya Moore. Let's be 100 here. That's my top 3. And ain't no going around it. My top 3 has always been the same. You better ask somebody. It's Asia, Cheryl Swoops, and Maya Moore. So that's my top 3. That's my top 3. So Maya Moore is my top 3. So look, it don't matter where anybody else got Maya Moore ranked. Look, it ain't too many. Look, it ain't too many better than her. Literally ain't too many. Literally, because I got a number 3. Literally ain't too many. But man, let's get to the last topic, man. Let's get to the last topic on the docket, man. But again, Mercury and Atlanta gotta find a way to get better shots for their team. Like, they gotta find a way to get better shots for their team. Like, all intents and purposes. Like, they gotta find a way to get better shots for their team. I don't understand what they're doing. No, Black Thornton. Is that Black Thornton? Am I reading that right? Black Thortian. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm gonna just call you Black T. Black T. No, I haven't done a breakdown on Angel Reese game, Rakia's game, CC's game, Aaliyah Edwards. Like I haven't really done a lot of breakdowns on them because I'm waiting for them to improve a little bit in their games. Cause I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those people. Y'all know how I get when I do breakdowns. I'm very thorough and honest. So I don't like to do full breakdowns on players who are still developing because then to the casual fan who don't really understand how you actually break down film, it'll come off as like nitpicking or whatever. So I kind of wait for them to mature a little bit, get some playoff experience in their belt. You know what I'm saying? So once like Angel and CC's and all of them start making the playoffs and get some more, get further along in their career, I'll start doing breakdowns on them. But that's why I really haven't. I didn't want it to come off like I was nitpicking because at the end of the day, all three of them got more development than good going on with their game right now that a lot of people don't notice that I could break down. So I just stay away from it. Sooner or later I'll get there though. They just gotta, all three of them just gotta, they got a long way to go as far as like understanding basketball. All three of them, Angel, CC, Rakia, Cam Brink, of course, hasn't played enough games. Aaliyah Edwards hasn't been productive enough for me to do a break. I'm thinking of the top players, JC Sheldon. They haven't done enough for me to put them in that basket yet. Their ability to just not see the ebbs and flow of the game sometimes, pocket awareness as far as like when to like flash, when to cut, things like that like come up when I watch games of them and I rewatch games. So it's just it would be too much nitpicking. It would be too much nitpicking. It would be too much nitpicking. But this summer, because this summer I know CBA talk is going to be going on. A lot of free agency stuff is going to be going on. So this summer, I might do. I like that Black T. I might do a class by class breakdown. I might do a class by class breakdown. Because again, and again, that's why I don't want to do breakdowns. People gonna say like, we got a lot of Chicago Sky fans in here, so I'll use Angel Reese, right? When you do breakdowns, it's not about what a stat sheet says. It's about when you watch the film, what are areas that you like and areas of concern. So like, okay, Chicago Sky fans in here, like Angel Reese, right? Angel Reese could have a stat line of 20 and 20. I could break down the film and say she should have had 35 and 27. She didn't get this rebound that bounced in front of her. She didn't cut here. She was on an island, didn't defend right. She didn't box out in this play. Like that's how breakdowns go. And I think that's another reason why I strayed away from doing a lot of my breakdowns, because people think breakdowns are about accolations and achievements. That's not a breakdown. That's what YouTube conversations are for. Anybody who's played sports who've done a film breakdown before, if anybody in this chat has done a film breakdown before, tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. Wait till I finish, then tell if you've done a film, if you and a coach, you and a film director, you and player personnel, you and your team, if you've been on any team, whether it be high school, I know sometimes they do it in AAU. I don't know if they did it back in the day because of the recording, if you're a little older than me, but like if you play college, whatever, and football, basketball, whatever you played, and your sport did film breakdowns, tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. YouTube, this is what YouTube thinks. YouTube thinks film breakdown is about, again, like Angel Reese, right? 2020 game. YouTube thinks film breakdown is about me showing Angel Reese's 20 points and her 20 rebounds. That's what YouTube thinks film breakdown is. That's not what film breakdown is. Film breakdown is me saying, great pass, Angelresse, but look, this pass right here was open, you didn't make it. Great rebound, Angelresse, but look, you didn't box out here and they got a second possession. Great defense, Angelresse, but the next possession down, you didn't backpedal, you ran with your back to the ball and they passed right by you. Right, Saheed. People think breakdowns are highlights. That's not what a film breakdown is. I think that's why I kind of strayed away from them, because they want to hear good things in film breakdowns, but that's not what film breakdown is. Film breakdown is to teach you things that you're missing. You've seen her 20 baskets. You've seen her 20 rebounds. That's not what a breakdown is for. Like, why do I have to show you her rebounds and her points? You've seen them already. You literally seen them. That's why I kind of went away from that. But again, I don't blame them. I blame YouTubers, because they gave them this perception of film break, and a lot of them never been in film breakdown like rooms before. So it's more of a lack of knowledge and what they think a film breakdown is, and then they spread it around YouTube. Like, that's a highlight reel. Y'all want me to do a highlight reel? Why would I do a highlight reel? Honestly, highlight reels are below my intelligence. Like y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's like below your intelligence, right? It's like a cook, right? Yes, I can cook, but why would I work at McDonald's when I can make my own meals, market them? Yes, I can cook, but McDonald's is below my intelligence of understanding how to prep meals. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like highlight reels are below my kind of like spectrum. It would kind of dumb down what I actually do. Right, Brass? That's what right. I like Brass said, like, love when coaches break down that shows good and bad or okay. Exactly. Like, I can show, like I said, like, for me, if I do a breakdown, like, those who've been around have kind of watched my breakdowns. I'll show the good and the bad. I would be like, I love when you ran this play, but look at this. I love when you ran this play, but look at this. And look, I've gotten emails like, why were you so critical on that breakdown? And I don't even respond back to the emails. People write me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Like, that's not what a breakdown is. Y'all want a highlight reel. Like, if I do a breakdown on a person who had if I did a breakdown on Asia right now, I guarantee you, because I watched the game, I guarantee you, if I did a breakdown on Ajawilson right now, I could find ways where Asia should have had 30 and 25. I seen Asia miss a couple bunnies by not jumping correctly, by not putting more touch on the basketball, by not aiming for the back of the rim, instead aiming to go lightly and put less touch on it, aiming for the front of the rim. So you see what I'm saying? Like, I can show Asia's 30 points. Well, she had more than 30, but still, I can show Asia's 30 points. But I can also show where she missed a couple reads as far as like a dribble drive penetration, or missed an open layup where she should have took it, turned it over. Like, I can show those things. I can show where she didn't box out. Somebody got a rebound. One play, for instance, when Anissa Morrow scored on Ajawilson yesterday, Ajawilson should have actually squared up and forced Anissa Morrow to shoot. She let Anissa Morrow pump fake and take her right. No, Asia, you square your feet up. You're longer than her. You're more athletic than her. You square your feet up, put your back to the rim, and make her go through you or over you. You don't give her the driving lane. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how breakdowns go. Like, great job on this possession. I love this, this, and this. But on this possession, you should have did this, this, and this. Like, that's how that goes. So that's why I'm sorry to go down a rabbit hole, but I just wanted to explain. I just wanted to get through to y'all, like, my thought process on what actual film breakdown is and why I'm kind of reluctant to do them a lot, because a lot of people want film highlights. If you say this about a player, you're hating on them. Like a lot of y'all got to get over that, man. It's basketball. Like y'all have known me too long. I don't do narratives. Y'all have known me. Y'all. That's the crazy thing. Y'all have known me too long now. Y'all have watched me talk basketball too long. If you think I got anything critical or harsh to say, you know it's coming from a objective place and not hate. I don't hate. Y'all already know my slogan. Once you dribble a basketball, you're part of the fraternity. I will never disrespect you in a way that dims your light, but I can critique your game. I've been like that since y'all have met me. Once you dribble a basketball, you're part of the fraternity. I don't care if you play AAU. I don't care if you just played middle school and didn't move on from there. The moment you dribble a basketball, you're part of the fraternity. I will never disrespect you off the court. I don't even talk about, look at my channel. Go find a video on my channel when I talked about some off the court stuff. Like go find, like go look at my channel, find a video where I say anything about off the court stuff. I don't need to. That's not my lane, first of all. That's not my lane. And I just don't got the energy to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like man, basketball players are regular people that just know how to dribble a basketball and make a little more money than you. Like they're regular people. They're just in different circles. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get into all the off the court stuff, man. Because a lot of y'all talk about people off the court stuff, but I guarantee you, if a lot of people life was in a microscope, like athletes and actors and just famous people are, I guarantee you, a lot of people probably wouldn't be happy with y'all. But we get on Twitter, we get on YouTube, we get on Facebook, whatever, Instagram, and act like our lives are so perfect and we would have done this different or done that different or said this different or not been here. You would have been there. You would have said that. You would have did that. You would have moved like that. Stop capping. Stop capping. Stop capping. Some of y'all got to stop capping, man. Some of y'all gotta lead at the door, man. When you're judging athletes, stop capping. They're just in a bigger spotlight so people see their everyday mistakes. But I guarantee you, if a lot of y'all, what was that show called back in the day with Jim Carrey? What was it called? Where they like followed him around? What was that show called where they followed Jim Carrey around? He was like in this alternate this life. I don't know if it was real. What was that show called, man? Anybody in the chat know? The Truman Show. Yeah, The Truman Show. I guarantee you, if a lot of people who be negatively judging athletes was in the Truman Show kind of situation, some of your lives, some of you are probably more braggadocious, egotistic, selfish than some athletes are. But you're able to make that judgment because they're in the spotlight and you not. But we put you in the spotlight, people will see how lazy some of y'all are, how unsuccessful some of y'all are, how selfish some of y'all are, how egotistic some of y'all are. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I don't take none of that serious, man. Again, to each his own. I judge everybody accordingly on what they put in front of me, but I don't take it too far, man. It's life. You know what I'm saying? It's life. It's life. It's life. So I don't take that too far, man. But on to the last topic, man. Odyssey Sims off of the waiver wire after being released by the Los Angeles Sparks. Signs with the Indiana Fever with their two top guards going down. Shout out to Sidney Colson and Ari McDonald. Quick, speedy recovery. I feel even more concerned for Sid Colson because hold on, let me get this screen right, y'all. Hold on, let me get this screen right, y'all. I feel more bad for Sydney Colson because she was in a position to kind of finish out her career like she wanted to. Again, she's a little Sid is a little up in age now. She's more of a locker room kind of person. So I feel a little more honestly, I feel bad for both of them because they were both in tough situations, man. Um Nobody should be blocking comments, man. Unless they being racist or cursing. Look, if they're being disrespectful, leave the comment. We want to acknowledge them because we want to let them know they broke and they ain't got nothing going on in their lives. Because you get on YouTube and you leave negative comments, that lets me know how you think. It's not even 1 o'clock yet, and you leaving negative comments on people's pages. So if they doing a negative comment, leave it up there. If they cursing, doing the bot stuff or being racist, you can block those. But other than that, mods, let's be a little better, man. Let's be a little better with that, man. Let's let them live. But I feel bad for both of them, man. Erin McDonald trying to find her way back in the league. Appreciate that, Saheed. Trying to find her way back in the league. Sydney Colson probably on her last leg. I don't know if she comes back or not. But let me get the Showtime. What's going on, Showtime? How you feeling, man? Hold on, we got a situation here. Hold on, y'all. What's going on, Showtime?
Oh, what's good, man? You left the
Good, man.
jam, man. I'm sitting here listening to my brother, man. Chop this down brick by brick. You know,
You already know what
hey,
it is.
man, good show, man. You know we gonna cook. Hey, make sure y'all tune in. Star who sent the boys. We got a whole lot to talk about today. I don't want to speak
Whole
on too
lot.
much. I'm just gonna wait to put my meat on the grill for later. Um, before this topic right here. Can you hear me, Prince? Am I breaking up?
Yeah. Nah, I can hear you. You good?
I'm breaking up. Oh,
Nuh-uh.
okay.
You good? We can hear you.
Yeah. So you talking about Odyssey Sims, right?
Yeah. I know you haven't touched on the because you touched on the injuries, right? But you haven't touched on the Odyssey Sims.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the Odyssey Sims yet.
So so I got some questions for you. Was you shocked by the Odyssey Sims? Because I know me and you kind of talked about it offline as potential replacements. Was you shocked by how quick?
No, no, I figured because the Fever pretty much Prince. They've been picking up the best player available at whatever position. Seems like whoever's on the market seems like they go out and get the best player available. Honestly,
Yeah,
like R. McDonald, she was the best guard. That was the she was the she actually what they needed on their roster. So by
yeah,
accident, they actually made a good move by picking her up, and now they lost to Odyssey Sims. It's another good pickup. Again, you don't know how long Kalen Clark is going to be out, but having Odyssey Sims, I mean, look, I like her on this team because I don't think she's going to get in Kelsey Mitchell way. See, I think the feed just told me that the on the team is Kelsey Mitchell. I think what they've been trying to do is they've been trying to like run the offense through Kalen Clark. I think really, I feel like they should run it through Kelsey Mitchell. Me personally, with the style they trying to play, they like to play fast, get up and down. I mean, I would look to go to Kelsey Mitchell almost every possession, and me personally, that's just me. And because Leah Boston, see the Leah Boston to me, you can't run no offense through Leah Boston. I mean, to me, she's just too inconsistent. I do like when they run the pick and roll. See, Leah Boston to me don't really need the ball every single possession. I mean, she does a really good job of, you know, uh, running pick and roll and stuff like that. But Kelsey Mitchell, you get her going, and it's like the court opens up when she get out to a good start. And I'm not even looking at the Chicago game as an example because everybody cooks Chicago. I'm just looking at pretty much this whole stretch. It
Yeah,
seems like the Indiana field go as far as she takes them.
yeah. Um, do you think Odyssey Sims can give them what Eric McDonald did, or do you think she gives them a
No,
different dynamic?
no, she don't. I think Art McDonough is a pest on defense. I don't think she give them that.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
think she's a really good. I think I think she can get look. I think she's a better point guard. If you know what I'm saying. I think she's probably a better point guard. Art, see, Art really a shooting guard. She's just small. She really a shooting guard and a point guard body. Really, she can play out the ball. Again, she can guard ones and some twos, not every two, because she's small. But I don't. Can she play? My question is, the big question mark with me is always going, can she play off of Kelsey Mitchell? And I think I don't know what happened with the Plum situation. It felt like they were kind of butting heads a little bit.
That was gonna be my next question.
See,
That was gonna be my next question. Do
yeah.
you think again?
Mm,
Is Odyssey Sims a traditional point guard, or is she kind of like a two
no,
guard?
she more of
So
a two
Kelsey
guard.
Mitchell
She's a
was
two
kind of the
guard, but
same
she's
thing,
smart.
right?
Yeah, she's a two
So
guard too, but she's
do you
more of
think
a point
they
than.
kind of like just became a redundant position and they just chose Kelsey?
Now you got me thinking. Nah, because honestly, bro, that's why it didn't work out. That's why it didn't work out. But I was saying she's more of a point, but she really another two guard and a point guard about it too. She is another one. She's just playing a point because she's too small to play the two, really.
Yeah,
But I see more. I think she knows how to uh when I watch them play, what's the difference? Because they do a lot of things. They do things the same. But again, I just think she's probably better at controlling the pace a little bit. She knows how to kind of set everybody just a little bit more than R did. If you watch them with the
yeah,
Sparks last year, I don't know if you get a chance to watch them with the Sparks. She to me, she again she looks more of a point guard in terms of knowing how to control the pace a little bit better than
yeah,
Ari. See, Ari is more of a attack first guard. She's not looking to set anybody up or anything. I think Odyssey Sims does that better.
yeah. What? Want me to tell you what the difference? Like, I think Eric McDonald is a complimentary guard, and Odyssey Sims is a playmaking scoring guard. Like they give you two. Like as a head coach, I think they give you two different perspectives on how you can use them.
Yeah, right.
Because honestly, I don't think Odyssey Sims and Caitlin Clark can play together.
I don't think Kaden Clark can play with. I don't. I'm. You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah,
You want to be honest with you? I don't think
yeah,
Kaden Clark play with. I don't think Kaden Clark can play any other ball handler like that. For real. I don't think she really good play any other ball handler. I think she she has to. It's like with James, and I'm not talking about she's like James Harden because Harden actually showed you can play a little bit off the ball. But she reminds me of James Harden. This is her style. See, Harden is versatile. Kaden Clark at best is just having the ball in her hands and everybody space out. It's like a what do you call it? I can't think of it off the top of my mind. Um, Damn, what's the name of that play? What's the name of that system, Kim folk?
What
The
system?
1 and 4 out.
Talking about the 1 and 4 out.
It's something else. I call it. God dang it, I cannot think of the top of my mind. I just think that's her at her best. See, Kayla can play at one speed. She like it's just. I don't think she good playing them kind of guards like that, my boy. I just don't.
Yeah,
I'm watching her
yeah,
with Ari, and I said, you see how she freezing out the play. You was talking about that too. Like you see how she just standing at the wing, not moving anything.
yeah,
And you notice like the very next game, Ari got taken out the rotation.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm actually interested. So tell me what you think about this. When I look at Ari McDonald, she is in a humble position and she's always been very quiet. She's very timid. She's one of those, she kind of gives you that Kamillacardoso personality where she
Yeah, she
just
do.
to
Yeah, she
herself,
do.
like she ain't gonna raise too much fuss. I know Odyssey Sims.
She ain't
I've
gonna
watched her
complain.
play most of her WNBA career. She ain't somebody that just gonna come in there and just let you just freeze her out the offense. I think that was kind of what was going on with the Sparks a lot. Like Odyssey Sims ain't one of those players that you can just. She not a complimentary player. She don't see herself as that. So how,
Tell you
how do you
something.
think that attitude? How do you think that attitude is going to fit once Caitlin Clark comes
I think
back?
they're gonna bump it. I think they're gonna bump heads, my boy. I think they're gonna bump heads. I'm listening
Because
to
she
Caitlin
kind of
Clark
gives
on
me
the
that
Sue
Dewana
Bird
Bonner,
show.
right? Like the attitude, you know.
Yeah, I'm listening to Caitlin Clark on the Sue Bird show where she complains about players just standing around. I'm trying to figure out, like, do you not watch yourself on film? You stand around a whole lot too.
Hold on. I must
So,
have missed that. Hold on, what happened?
when Caitlin Clark was on Sue Bird show, she said she don't understand how players in the W just stand around a whole lot. Hey, man, hey Prince, I wish I made that up. I'm gonna have to find the clip to send it to you.
Yeah, you
I
gotta have to
wish I
send that
made
to
that
me.
up though.
I need to look
I wish
because
I made
I
that
got
up.
some stuff to say about that. Like, yeah, you gonna have to send that to me. That's gonna be on the next
I
episode
don't
of What
think
Are
she
We Doing?
watched
You gonna have to
herself,
send that to me.
but again, you know,
I know she didn't say that.
Prince, she has the Prince. I'm gonna tell you something. What I'm really trying to say is this. I just think I think these two styles just gonna butt head with each other, Prince. I think the Fever they wanna turn this into like a kind of like the owl. They want to kind of play that style, that up and down style, but you don't have like the personality to actually play it. Kelson Mitchell is a player that I mean she going to attention in your offense. I just think I low key be feeling like she takes away from Kelson Mitchell. You know they was
Yeah,
bragging about them last year, but really Kelson Mitchell, if it wasn't meant for Kelson Mitchell, really having that motor, having the ability to play off the ball,
yeah,
it would never work.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
two things right there is the reason why it worked out. Like, it looked good last year with Chris's side. But if you look at this year, do we honestly, bro? Do you think they styles match together under Stephanie White?
Uh, no, because Stephanie White actually wants to move the basketball. Like if you watch Stephanie White
That's what I'm saying,
in
right?
college and when she coached in college, the Suns, even when she was the assistant coach on the Indiana Fever before, that team with Tamika Catchings, they moved the basketball. Like Tamika Catchings was, of course, the best
Yeah.
player on that team, but that team wasn't ISO dependent. I mean, Tamika Catchings had a lot of
No.
double-digit assist games. Like that team wasn't ISO dependent. And I think with Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark, I agree with you. I agree with you as far as Caitlin Clark's offense can take away from how special Kelsey Mitchell actually is, because Kelsey Mitchell, she has a Rike kind of game. It's kind of like, it's ball stopping, but it's a little more fluent. Like, she can play.
It's a lot more
She's a
fluid.
great
Right.
off the ball player, but I think her on ball movement, her side to side, her quickness is a little more fluent than Rike's. Rike kind of got that James Harden to her.
Yeah,
You
you
know what
know
I'm
what it
saying?
is. You know what it is too. Now that you bring it up, she don't waste dribbles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more fluent. Like, she know what she
That's
wants
the
to do.
difference. Yeah, she don't waste dribbles. She getting right to her spot. If she hey, she put that ball on the floor, she getting to that rack, or she finna pull up 1-2 pull up medium. She
Yeah,
ain't wasting no dribbles. So it's
yeah.
a lot easier for. It was a lot. It made it a lot easier for those two to work out last year. With Stephanie White, they played two totally different styles. Like the Kaden Clark style, that style she played in Iowa, that was the Kill Folk. Can we acknowledge? Let me ask you a question. That style they played, did Kaden Clark benefit off that style, or was it just her talent? I'm telling you, it was that style more so the talent. Because I watched her with Stephanie White when they actually when they play more of a team organized basketball when it, in the half court, you notice her numbers are down.
Yeah, yeah.
Her efficiency is down. She's not comfortable playing that. So when I think about her and Odyssey Sims, I don't like the fit. I don't like the fit, bro. One or the other can't.
I can see
Hey, they can't be on the court at the same time. They can't.
that. I could
I
definitely
think,
see
and to
that.
be honest with you, Ari and Odyssey would actually fit better in this offense than Kayla Clark. Believe it or not.
I could see that because, um, see, the problem with Caitlin Clark is, I know people are gonna break up the assist. The problem with Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell is sometimes Kelsey Mitchell will get left out of a possession, because if you watch Caitlin Clark play, it is weird. She plays fast, but she doesn't get off the ball. So if you watch, I want to know if there's a stat out there on how much time is on the clock when Caitlin Clark makes her first pass. Like, I've watched games where her first pass, you only have 10 seconds left on the clock. That means one more pass. Like, there isn't a lot of hockey passes in her game. Like, it isn't, let me get it to you because I know you got a better chance at getting this ball to her. It ain't that. It's, hey, you come set this screen, let me go to that side so I can get it to her. And by time you pass it in the post, that's why I watch Aaliyah Boston, and sometimes Caitlin Clark puts her in tough positions with those entry passes, because she's giving Aaliyah Boston the ball with 5 seconds left. If Aaliyah Boston doesn't have a 1-2 move and she got to kick it back out, it's a shot clock violation. And now Aaliyah Boston got to throw up a wild shot and it gets blocked. Like, really go, I need people to really go watch some of her entry passes to Aaliyah Boston and see how much time is on the clock. You can't give your big the ball with 5 seconds on the clock and expect them to make something good out of it every possession. So you got to be able to get your offense started a little quicker. And that comes with reading what the other team is doing on defense, every possession down, like being able to adjust. Like, as a point guard, and I'm coming down court, okay, how are they playing me? Okay, they playing me right. I know we got this play where we can get a play on the left side. So guess what I'm gonna do? The next time down, I'm gonna say, Coach, I got it. I'm calling that play that we use that gets us a shot on the left side. It gets me dribble drive penetration on the left side. Like, I don't think she does that enough, and I don't think she actually gets a lot of flack and criticism for not doing that enough as a point guard. Like, she'll come down and do the same thing over and over again, and I think that's why she turns the ball over a lot, because she doesn't adjust to how the defense is guarding her. She thinks she's just talented enough to beat the defense. That's not how defense wins. That's not how defense loses and offense wins.
And that,
No, as a point guard, you have to understand all your play calling that your team uses It's like football with a quarterback. Showtime. If you see them in cover 2 the whole time, and your coach game plan doing practice the day before was we gonna run the ball, and Tom Brady is under center, and he looks at Bill Belichick and say, "Nah, we got these underneaths. Let's go to Edelman. Let's go to Wes Welker. We got these underneaths. Let's do some crossing routes with the running backs at the backfield." Like, she doesn't do that. Like, she doesn't take advantage of how the defense is playing them. That's why her turnovers come at.
See, that's why that whole conversation about her IQ, I think I think y'all got to slow down that kind of conversation. She doesn't know how to play in the half court setting. Like, if we being honest, see, that's why I hate having conversations about basketball, because everybody goes straight to the stat sheet. They look at assists. That's the first thing they do.
Hey, I said that earlier.
I really hate having that
earlier. Hey, I call them stat sheet and commentator merchants. They don't like. They don't believe in what they seeing. They listen to the commentators and the stat sheet.
They're looking at the stat sheet. 2 different things, but she get her stats the same exact way. The same exact. If you notice, in those 4 quarters, when they actually need her to make a play and run the offense, she couldn't do it against the Liberty. That same game, she was hot in the first half.
Yeah, because now you got to adjust. Because now you got to adjust to how the defense is playing you.
You know what she thinks? She thinks, I'm just gonna pull up and shoot a 3. They can't stop that. That's not good point guard play. Just jacking up threes, and that's not a point guard play.
Nope. Nope.
If you notice, you know the only solution they have in the 4th quarter is Kelson Mitchell getting them buckets.
Yeah.
If you take away Kelson Mitchell 4 quarters, they're below 500.
Hey, want me to tell you, just watching the Fever games this year, want me to tell you an unsung player that saves them a lot in 4 quarters, whether it be a defensive possession, a backdoor layup, a steal, a big rebound, a saved ball from going out of bounds? Lexi Hall.
Well, you get right on money, because I was just going to say that.
Lexi Hall has a lot of winning plays in 4 quarters.
I was just going to say that. I don't think people,
it goes unnoticed.
Again, Prince, this is a generation, Kimfo. They just look at stat sheet. They just watch highlights. They just go off of ESPN talking points. They're not really looking at how basketball is being played. They're not looking at how they're getting their points, how these numbers are being accumulated. And that's the problem with talking to people, because they don't understand that. See, that's stuff you pay attention to in elementary and middle school. You use that shit from at kind of talking points. You get older, you start to understand basketball a lot more. So in my mind, I'm looking at basketball totally different from 90% people. 90% people just looking, okay, are they gonna get their stats? I'm looking at the things that is not even gonna show up on the stat sheet. Like you mentioned, Jackie Young. This is why I'm high on Jackie Young. And same thing with Ariel Atkins. People look at the stat sheet and say, okay, do they have steals or blocks? They try to determine if they got steals and blocks, determine if good a defender they is. If Ariel Atkins or Jackie Young, I'm gonna say Jackie Young because she's the big dog at that position. When Jackie Young guarding somebody, go look at how many screens these players ask. Go look at how many times these players pass the ball.
Wow.
See, that's why I be mentioning that when we talking about Angel. I'm like, go look at how many times they be asking for screens or they get off the ball. See, y'all ain't paying attention to that. Y'all looking at steals and blocks. When somebody going at you 1-on-1, that means they don't respect your defense.
Hey, I don't know if you was in here earlier, show, but I was talking about that versus like a screen. If you're the person getting brought into a screen, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. That means they don't respect your defense.
Yeah. See, Showtime, this is what they do. They hear commentators say a person's name on defense and think that's a good thing. If the commentator keeps saying your name on defense, that's a bad thing. That's a bad.
Man, look,
You don't want to, and I think that's why Jackie Young's defense go under the radar because you
yeah,
don't see her on the screen on defense, and you don't see her guarding the ball on defense because they're coming off the ball. They don't want to be dribbling in front of Jackie Young. Cause
no, they don't.
Jackie Young is. Have you seen Jackie Young workout videos? Jackie Young is cocky, like cocky strong.
She's
Jackie
very
Young, I don't
strong,
watch
bro.
Jackie Young rip the ball out of so many people's hands. Showtime, like literally just rip the ball out of their hand. Like it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Hold on, let me get to this super chat right quick. Appreciate the $9.99 super chat. JB chilling. What's up with the Seattle Storm? JB chilling. I'm gonna leave that topic for later. We're gonna get into that later when we get into Star Hoop Central at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Lock in. We got a conversation on the standing shakeup and how it's looking. So we're gonna get into that later. So bring through another super chat for Star Hoop Central. Ask that question again, and we'll answer that for you. But appreciate the $9.99 super chat. But that question will be answered. Your paid super chat won't go unanswered. That question will be answered, and I will shout you out when we get to the Star Hoop Central. It will be answered at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you stay locked in. Make sure you stay locked in. Make sure you stay locked in. Appreciate that, Full Line. Full Line said, this is a masterclass conversation going on right now. Hit that like button. Hey, look, man. Hey, look, you know, me and Showtime get together. Hey, don't worry, y'all. We gonna look. We gonna figure out a way to do a show. We gonna get
Oh,
that for y'all one day, man. We gonna give us a little time, get stuff situated. We gonna figure out a master class weekly show for y'all, man. Showtime and Prince. We gonna figure that out
yeah,
coming up months. We gonna figure that out definitely.
for sure.
Do you
Oh,
think Showtime? Do you think this signing? Because again, for all intents and purposes, I wasn't real confident on the Fever. Do you think this signing puts them back in the thick of things?
in terms of what? Being a contender, being a threat in the
No,
playoffs?
just making noise in the playoffs. I never really thought the Fever were a contender because I think they still got a lot of growing and maturity to do as a unit. See, Showtime, a lot of people look at teams on papers and want to crown them or listen to what other people say and want to crown people. It takes chemistry, experience, and going through difficult stuff for you to grow as a unit. That Aces team, that team built through the draft, and they went through a lot of adversity to understand what pieces they needed. Look at the Liberty. Look how many times the Aces whooped them. They went through a lot of adversity to finally get over that hump. Look at the Lynx. The Lynx been the afterthought to the Liberty and Aces for the last 4 years. But guess what Cheryl Reeve's been doing? Building, trying to get over the hump, trying to get this piece. This is the type of piece we need to beat this team. So a lot of that goes into it. So when you look at this unit, not as far as a championship contender, I never had the Fever as a top 3 championship contender. But just looking at Odyssey Sims play and looking at the Indiana Fever backcourt, do you feel like this move gives them a little bit of more flexibility going into the playoffs?
If Taylor Clark playing, no, because they don't really have they don't have a consistent identity. They don't have a consistent style. This team lack experience. We haven't seen enough. Like, I don't know why people know this, but again, we talking to people that don't really understand the concept of basketball. We watched the games I watched Caitlin Clark in. They were inconsistent. The games she wasn't playing, they found out. They found it. They found their identity. They know what they wanted to do. Even when the game slowed down, they know, okay, let's go to Kelson Mitchell. Lexi Hughes are doing a little thing. I like how they was playing. Even so, Cunningham, she been making her shots. Having Caitlin Clark back, I think the styles are going to bump heads, and I think you're gonna have to make Stephanie White is going to have a she's gonna have to. If I was her, I'll try to figure out now. I'll be working on this now before I can get Caitlin Clark back on the floor. We'll be running drills in practice. We'll be running different, not drills, but we'll be running different, like, try to figure out what style we're going to play on the court and stick to it. If you put her back out there on the court and y'all go away from moving the ball as a team and it's just Caitlin Clark system, it's not going to work. I think Kelsey Mitchell and the other players, more so Kelsey Mitchell, because you can tell Kelsey Mitchell's she's not a butt kisser. Will you agree?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
she's one of them players, Prince. She was like, okay, we've been doing this, and we like 5 games over 500. So why would we go away from that? And if they do go away from that, you're gonna see Kelsey Mitchell. You're gonna see players start to, you're gonna see players start to fall back. They're gonna lose focus, and they're gonna. I think I can see Kelsey Mitchell halfway melting in for real. To be honest with you, if they go away from him.
So, okay, my last final question, because I want to get us out here, because I know we got to get ready for Star Hoop Central in a little bit, and I know you're on your way from the gym. So, last final question before we close this up. I like when you went with the Kelsey Mitchell. So that's why that's my last question. When Caitlin Clark does come back, how important is it going to be for Stephanie White? Because see, Showtime, that's one thing a lot of people not talking about. They're talking about the Kelsey Mitchell versus Caitlin Clark and like the identity and all of that. Stephanie White has a vital part in this thing and what's going to happen going into the playoffs. How important is it going to be for Stephanie White to determine who is the high usage player going into the playoffs, whether it be Kelsey or the offense catering back to Caitlin Clark?
That's gonna be the most important thing, Prince. I'm telling you, that's gonna be the most important thing. That's the elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. Hey Prince, Caitlin Clark. Look, I remember what they sold us on. They sold us on the Caitlin Clark system in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that now? That was gonna be the reason why she went MVP, because everything gonna run through her. Kinfolk, they literally went on a stretch this organization haven't done in 10 years.
Yeah.
Without her. You know how difficult it is to go away from that and still play at that level, maintain that same level of play y'all been playing? Prince, you played basketball. You know that, bro. That's not gonna be easy. And at this time, and at this point in the season, you go away from that, I'm telling you, players like Kelsey Mitchell, I see this a lot of professional sports. 9 times out of 10, they gonna fall back, Kelfo. They gonna mail it in.
Yeah. I've been carrying us the Kelsey. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Kelsey Mitchell has been carrying them this season. For her and Aaliyah Boston has been chipping in. Howard's, but again, Howard and Aaliyah Boston get paid to do that. Show up every now and then when Kelsey Mitchell don't got it going. So, but for all intents and purposes, Kelsey Mitchell has been carrying the Indiana Fever this year. So that would be a hard pill for her to swallow. Like, really. Especially going into a CBA. Especially going into the CBA.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you mentioned that. Thank you. Say it again.
I mean, the CBA is coming up. We don't know how much a lot of players aren't really saying a lot because they don't know how much these contracts are going to be. When these contract negotiations happen and these players start saying, hold on, if my max contract is $2 million, oh hell no, I'm going to wherever who gonna give it $2 million. So a lot of players are being hush about it because they don't really know what the CBA is going to bring. They don't know what the lockout is going to be. So it's a lot going through their head, and they're not really pressing the issue on how they're performing right now. But you better believe, come playoff time, that's going to make or break some of these players' contracts going into the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
So Kelsey Mitchell is going to be looking at it like, hold on. She's still on a rookie deal for the next 2 years. I'm up for a contract. Y'all cored me. I couldn't even go look at another team. Y'all cored me. See, that's what a lot of people are not talking about. Kelsey Mitchell was cored.
People think this
y'all cored me and brought me back.
People think this some kind of reality show, bro. This is business.
Yeah.
This is business too. Y'all forget that.
Yeah.
You got agents in your ear.
With market money.
Yeah. You ain't paying attention to that.
Look, show that contract could be $1 million, but her agent is on the phone with marketing people in cities saying, hey, she come here, we got a $3 million endorsement deal.
Uh-huh. That's how that works. People,
because you already know this, Showtime, in the NBA, there's a lot of players who make more money off the court than on it. On
the court, yeah. You be like, man, they should have got paid more money. Yeah, they get more money somewhere else though.
Yeah.
They got deals. You don't understand how that business
on your owner. Your owner got people in their pocket. Your owner got all of these deals, these sideline deals that he can get you a part of when you're in those meetings. So I mean, hey, this CBA is going to be the talk of the offseason. Again, I can't wait to dive into it and how it impacts some of these players going into the playoffs. I know we're going to have a lot of those conversations on Star Hoop Central. But it's going to be...
Prince, let me say it real quick.
Yeah.
Let me say it real quick, Prince. So the people... See, I hate the fan. I understand what you be saying, Prince. Me, you talk about this all the time. The fan conversation. I hate that because I hate when people say, "Oh, this is that person's team. This is that team. That person's team." Why? Caitlin Clark is in her second year. Why is it a big? Why does it bother people if this is Kelsey Mitchell's team? Why does it bother people? Aren't y'all trying to win? We know this. Last year, the Indiana Fever was a 500 team. Was they not?
Yeah. They were. They
were struggling. They were struggling because because Christy Size was trying to get Caitlin Clark, and it's like they had to reinvent themselves around Caitlin Clark, and that took some time. What's been proven this year, when they actually play and they move the basketball as a team, they are the best version of themselves. And that's behind Kelsey Mitchell without Caitlin Clark. Why would they go away from that? Why?
That part.
Why would they do it?
Again, that's why I say Stephanie White. I know we keep talking about Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell, but Stephanie White got the most important job coming up. She got because her next move, Showtime, you know this covering the NBA. Her next move is going to make or break this team.
This person in the chat talking about you don't know the CBA. they don't even know who they talking to. All right, you got it, bro. You see the guy talking about how do you know the CBA proposal?
We didn't even. Man, I don't pay attention to them. He must be new here. Whoever that is, he or she, they must be new here. They must be a nostalgic Fever fan that don't talk basketball. Cause that ain't even. We never say we knew the CBA, but if you've been watching basketball, I've been part of. That's why I say they must be new here. I've been part of 2 CBAs. And if you just watch basketball or cover basketball, you know how the CBA works.
They don't even know. They don't know. What they don't know is we can rip the foul. You know, they don't know that.
Yeah, I ain't
gonna say too much. But we can rip the foul though. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Like
Hey,
you've been
I
watching
know this.
basketball.
We could do some. We could do something the other content creators can't do. Y'all, they can't rip a file like we can. Y'all ain't. They
Nah,
ain't got it like that.
from
Yeah.
the index.
On page
We got the
straight. Got the
index.
whole document. Yeah. These other content creators can't do that though. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
But
These
I
folks be
mean,
talking. These folks
yeah.
just be talking, man. I just be laughing at these folks. That's all you do.
Yeah, but I mean, the comment literally means nothing because we never said we knew what the CPA was going to be. But you know what a CPA is? It's a player front office executive board discussion on who gets the biggest slice of the pie and what's the revenue, income, and other electives is going to be. That's literally what the definition of a CBA is. The WNBA isn't the only person who has a CBA. And this isn't the WNBA first CBA. The one that they own is not the one that they created the league on. I'm confused at the comment. I'm really confused. We never gave specific details. We just, why am I explaining something to somebody who don't even got a actual
Well,
picture? I don't even know who that
info,
is.
all
I
of
never even
this,
seen them in my chat
all of
before. They
this.
must be new.
We not. We can't let people distract, bro. I learned that because we run circles around people, man. That's why they say stuff they say. They bother because they got no real pushback, so they just try to take you to a whole different, take the conversation to a whole different stratosphere, bro. It really is irrelevant to what we really saying. Our point is our point, bro. Was on the film, was on the film. You know, I don't know why people get so caught. Again, this is the WNBA community, bro. You know, I know this Kim
It's a
folk.
level thing, man.
A lot of these guys never watch. They don't even watch NBA. Some of these dudes, especially FIBA fans, they don't watch NBA, bro. Jordan don't even watch NBA. Never even played basketball. Never did. Never contributed any kind of way to basketball to now. So you know, you gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah. Yeah. I just be confused. I just be confused by people, man. They let YouTube hype them up, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm the type of person. I'm petty, show. I will find out where you work. Wait for your company's next stock run. See, Showtime, they don't even know they probably work at their companies, don't even know their companies got stock runs and investment runs every year. See, they don't even know what that is. I will wait till your company's next stock run, invest in it, and I'll make sure you're the first person we let go. That's how petty I am. See, they can't do that. That's how petty I am. Like they just be talking on YouTube. YouTube is strange to me, man. That's how petty I am. I would do something like that. Like that's how
Black
petty it
critics,
is.
they got critical thinking skills. They can't comprehend. They don't understand nothing about basketball. They don't know nothing about basketball, bro. Like y'all really think smart GMs determine who's a good player, who to choose just off stats? Come on, bro. Think about this, Prince. Think about this. NFL and basketball, NBA and WNBA. They do y'all think any of these scouts, any of these smart GMs determine if this player the best player in the draft based off their stats? There's a lot of players put up good stats, and you wonder why they don't even get picked in the first round. It's more than to basketball than just numbers.
Yeah. It is. It is. It is. You got back end stuff like again. I explain to people all the time about like high school rankings and all of that work. If you
Yeah.
with the right school or in the right state or have the right kind of like people in your corner, you gonna automatically get ranked in the ESPN top 100 like automatically. Like it a lot of variables go into it versus like what you actually do on the basketball court. Like a lot of
It's
stuff go
way
into
more.
it. A lot more goes into it. That's why you'll see role players get these mid-level max contracts averaging 10 points a game because they got the right agent. They got the right connection with the right GM, in the right market who got the right amount of money to pay you. A lot of that goes into it. Like, and again, a lot of people get confused. Showtime, right now, this isn't opinion. This isn't conjecture. This isn't accusation. This is a fact. Right now, today, there's a GM who's talked to a player on another team's agent. Today, there's a owner in a agency who's spoken today about a player on another team. That ain't why you think the NBA is so hard on it, because they don't want fans to realize contracts are 2 years in the making sometimes. There's a player on another team right now who the Sparks have had a conversation with about coming to their team 2 years ago. Once the opportunity presents itself, they will be on the Sparks. And you'll be like, this summer Showtime, people will be like, I didn't see that coming. Of course you didn't, because they've been working on it for 2 years.
They're working on it for 2 years.
That's how sports work. The commissioner's job is to fool the masses into thinking they take 2 weeks, vet a player, and sign them. That's not how that works behind the scenes. They think you call a player at 12:01 the day of free agency and say, "Hey, you want to sign with me?" and they say yes. That's how most people think that works, yo.
It don't work like that, bro.
It's relationships.
It's a whole progress that goes into it. That's why they do interviews. That's why they do workouts. That people don't understand how much it takes into, you know what I'm saying, how much you have to do before you even determine if you want that player. It takes a whole year of scouting, a whole year of studying players, you know, off the court. Like, because you know, some people have people following for some of these athletes, you know, watching them.
Every move, you know, where they eat at every day, what clubs they go
all
to,
that stuff.
All that. Showtime. I know this for a fact. I got a homeboy. Who plays for the New Orleans Pelicans right now, coming off their bench, that was told, we need to see you play defense for a year before we sign you.
See?
And he was on another team.
Yep.
He was on another team. His agent and the GM had a conversation and said, if he plays good defense this year, we'll sign him. And he's on the Pelicans right now. Literally.
They don't understand it. They don't understand it, bro.
Because we need defenders, and we got the cap space, and we got a good relationship with you, and he is an upcoming young player. So if he shows us he can guard on the perimeter for an entire season, he's one of our first calls, and he was one of their first calls. This is a conjecture.
We talk about that all the time. When you already have scores on your team and you already had a superstar, you just looking for some plug-in pieces. Players that can play defense, players that will be happy not taking 5 shots a game. So you gotta look at that kind of stuff. Those players, man, like a Dejanay, and we'll talk about. I don't want to talk about it right now, but you get what I'm saying. Like Dejanay, the Bridget. You got BC. You got players like Phoebich. Players like that. Man, you know how much money players like they get paid in the NBA?
Man, a lot.
PJ Watt, PJ Tucker got paid.
They're the.
You can hear me?
They're the X factor. Yeah, I hear you. You were saying PJ.
And PJ Tucker got paid $11 million to do nothing but hustle.
Look at Nas
Play
Hillman.
defense
I
hustle.
mean, Nas Reed.
Yeah. Nas Reed. Yeah. You don't understand
20.
how
He
important those
making like
players
20,
are.
20, 23, 25.
A year. Yeah.
Just
A year.
the Showtime, just to average 12 points and 6 rebounds.
That's it.
They just need him to rebound and stretch the floor. That's it. That's all they need him to do. That's all. And he does it at a high level. So that's why he gets it.
You gotta understand, bro. What all comes with basketball. People just be, I don't understand, bro. Again, bottom line is this: Kelsey Mitchell is your go-to. You
Yeah.
get Kelsey Mitchell, she get paid the big bucks, and she's not getting paid the big bucks to be the third best scorer on the team. She getting paid the big bucks to be the number
To be the
one
leader.
scorer on this team.
Yeah.
You gotta think about that too. You know her agent. You know her agent saying Jackie Young is getting paid this amount of money. They
Yeah.
said Jackie
Yeah.
Young is this. That's what her agent saying. My client,
Yeah.
she should be in the MVP conversation. She got them 5 games over 500. That's something they haven't done in years. 10 years, a decade.
Yeah. I mean, look at Enrique.
All that
She
taking
got
all that
look
taking to account.
Showtime. Kelsey Mitchell agent got the right to say whatever Enrique makes this offseason,
Yeah,
we won't double. Because over the last 2 years, Kelsey Mitchell has been a better player.
yeah. That's how the market goes. Fans don't understand that though. Hey, watch whoever Kim Folk, watch whoever become the highest paid player. They gonna say, oh, that amount of money? Hey, that's a lot of money. And the next player come behind and get paid the same amount. Oh, they should get paid that amount of money. Y'all don't understand business. That's why I was telling them about the Austin Reeves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why I was explaining that to him. I said, look, players are at his tier, those shooting guard, those like guards that can, the herky jerky guard that's one dimension that can score. The Jordan Pools, C.J. McCollums, Tyler Hero, they getting paid 30 to 35 million.
Norman Powell's,
Norman Powell, they getting paid. See, but Jordan Poole, C.J. McCollum, they getting paid 35 million. Also, Reed shouldn't get paid that, but he's that kind. But the production he put up this past year is going to command that amount of money. That's why the Lakers want to pay him that. See, people don't understand that, bro. Once the market sets, it don't matter what you think.
You can't unset it. You can't unset it.
You can't unset it. So all that matters. All that stuff gonna matter. And the way Kelsey Mitchell is playing, and this year, this is an important year. The team is winning. Let Caden Clark come back, and Kelsey Mitchell got to take the back seat. Y'all gonna see.
Yep.
That ain't a narrative either. That's how it works in sports. She gonna look at that, man. That's disrespectful. What? Huh?
Yep.
She gonna be looking at the coach sideways. Now I've been balling out this whole entire time. You want me to take a step back?
Crazy. That's gonna be crazy, man. And I know we're gonna touch into it later on, man. But appreciate you, broski, for pulling up. Hit me up when I get off. Man, and we're gonna run it a little more.
Oh, for sure.
And, make sure y'all,
yeah.
Make sure y'all pull up 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Star Hoop Central will be up and running. If you're not subscribed over there to that channel, go subscribe. Go like our previous videos. A lot of great content, a lot of information, a lot of basketball knowledge on that panel. Showtime, HD Key, and your host Prince. So make sure y'all pull up today, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Star Hoop Central. Type it into your YouTube browser. You already know what it is. But appreciate you, Showtime, man, for pulling up.
You already know, bro. Anytime. Hey, we live direct later. Y'all pull up. Y'all out of here.
Big facts. Appreciate all of y'all for pulling up to another episode, an extended episode. So much for that 12 p.m. right? But a lot of great information was going on, man. Great show. Hope y'all got a lot of information today. Another episode of What Are We Doing? I might see y'all tomorrow morning as well. We'll see what's going on today in the world of women's basketball. Might pull up tomorrow. We'll see. A lot of great topics to talk about over the next coming weeks. A lot of great information out there. Again, see y'all tomorrow for today, 5 p.m. Star Hoop Central, with the great panel we have over there. But other than that, man, y'all be cool, y'all be smooth. I'm your host, Prince, and I'll see you on the next one.
iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defender, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past.